Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie Studios, Plate Mill Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello, listeners. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Knights of Roleplay. At the end of part 3 of the Stygian Gambit, the characters had continued to surveil the casino before meeting in the baths to come up with a plan for getting into the casino vault. In this episode, the characters make a plan and put it into motion. So let's get into part 4 of the Stygian Gambit. So we'll get in the bath and talk shop.
Well, let me see.
Oh, this feels wonderful, Trixie.
1d4 minus 1, or 1d6 minus 1 other patrons currently in the bath.
That is a
That's a
1.
one.
Okay, you are alone in the bath. Look at that.
So my laughing drove everybody away. They're like,
Maybe
holy
that was the
cow.
plan.
This is why women of the cloth do not bathe in the nude.
Mastermind was smart. She confirmed there were no mirrors and then scared everybody away.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, that was totally my plan.
the poor dwarf.
Shifty eyes.
You should have got naked and started yelling at the dwarf that he was a sinner for looking at you.
That was totally my plan. It wasn't just that I'm an obnoxious fool that nobody wants to be around.
Okay. So I say, the trophy case has abjuration magic around it, which leads me to believe that it might be the actual trophy.
So I was wondering the same myself. It seems odd that it was in display as opposed to locked away as our patron benefactor implied.
It also has a keyhole, so I would wonder if
I noticed that.
It has a keyhole.
if someone gets the key, does that disable the trap because it's assumed that you are able to open it legitimately?
I would
Picking
think.
the lock might not. I mean, my guess would be I met the owner down in the restaurant. I didn't get a good chance to try and
I met
see
him
what
too.
was in his pockets, but he probably has the key. That would be my guess.
And then Nixie says, speaking of key, and then pops it out. Her hand.
Just
Well,
pops
you
it
just
You're
out.
naked and you just pop it out.
Well, you can just say what you did. Whoa.
Well, she
Sure,
pops
the
it
butt
out, and then you see it, and then it goes. She does.
She had it
goes
hidden in her
away.
clavage.
Yeah.
She could be wearing robes if you want.
Or a towel
So-
selectively
so
wrapped.
bathing
right?
suit.
Everybody gets in the bath. Nobody's nude except Trixie.
Fuzzy might as well be wearing clothes, the degree of fur that's there.
So do Mixie and Trixie have their masks on in the tub?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, okay.
Okay.
It's
cool.
always
They
on.
basically don't come off.
Yeah. So, let's see. Fuzzy says that, well, the space is interesting because the map showed that we could get to the laundry if need be, and if you have that could be an option to get uniforms for other people. But I did learn from the chef downstairs that the owner personally vets and hires all of his employees, and he knows every face and every name.
That.
So if we were, that would only
That's
go so
difficult.
far as
That
far
makes
as us
things a little more
wearing
difficult.
uniforms. I know you have the skill set to become another employee, and you do, but we have to make sure two people aren't seen too close together at any one time.
That is a challenge, I must say.
I mean, I know for my part I'm skilled at creating disturbances. I would wonder if I could rage and break a mirror in a space if we need someone to pay a lot of attention to me and maybe not watch a trophy case or other things. But
Quick aside, did we notice that the mirrors are generally hung so that people wouldn't be able to touch them like a regular security camera?
The mirrors are hung 12 foot.
Yeah. So
Which-
you're not going to just
well-
rage and break one.
Fuzzy is 8 feet tall and he has reach beyond normal reach. So he probably can reach one, but it's more likely he would throw a table at it or something, right? Like that's more his
Just
speed,
throw the dwarf.
right? I mean,
Talk about unlucky.
you guys, having done a history of work, like you could know, like in the past, he's done something like accuse somebody falsely of trying to steal from him or cheat or something like that, and then pretend to get angry and start throwing things because big
sure.
rampaging bugbear, who would question that, right? And draw
Sure,
a lot
sure.
of attention. So he can do that for you. I also noticed that there, other than the river, there don't seem to be exits other than the fact that the waterfall has anything from a 90-foot drop from the top floor or a 70-foot drop from the restaurant floor down to a tide pool in the ocean. So we'd probably need to find a boat if we were going to consider that.
Interesting.
The employees, the people that are like serving the drinks that are coming and going from the employee areas, they don't go into the baths, right? They don't go into the spas. They don't like offer drinks to people that are in the tubs.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I mean, he rolled the one, right? So at least for the roll.
No, I'm
we-
just-
I mean,
Curious,
nobody
like-
stopped you
Yeah.
from bringing your drink in, assuming you had it. If you still had one, if you didn't dump it while you were taking a dump.
Well,
That was another very complex sentence. Paula John.
okay. So Lyra says, perhaps I could keep one of the employees occupied,
Yes, go on.
and then you could go to the privy, turn into that employee, go out back to steal the gold, while I keep that person occupied.
Can you keep that person occupied in a room where other people won't stumble on you too easily?
That is that. Well, my hope is to be somewhere not out in the open.
That sounds like a fine plan.
Don't make me fade to black. It's very uncomfortable.
I mean, the discussion on text had something to do with drunken row.
Oh,
Drunken
somebody
row
texting me?
trying to seduce an employee.
Yeah, I did actually tell you to check your texts, but you didn't listen.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't think you heard me.
Roll to seduce, legitimately.
Oh, okay. So your idea was to drag the drunken row to the cells.
Yeah, my
this-
thoughts were that we could have Roe create a disturbance to the point where a now employee,
Yep.
Mixie,
Yep.
would have to drag Roe off to the holding cells and get you both behind the curtain.
Well, now's your time to
Okay. Okay.
explain the plan.
Well, I don't know that Liara has been acting drunk yet, because I've been in here the whole time. But
Are there, having roved around enough now, like how many bathrooms are there?
we made up
We're
the
just the
privies
one
that are
we're-
around
we're-
here.
Yeah, we're just the
Okay.
one we made up.
Okay. I mean,
Over there by the.
So-
we
off the
could
games.
potentially call an employee to a restroom saying that there's a problem and then
Like it's out of order.
indispose them for a while.
There's a problem with your
Kind of
privy.
plugged up one at the toilet.
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy decided to shave in the bathroom, and now the toilet's clogged.
But to make an employee disappear so that you could become that employee without risk of doubling, right? Then there are ways.
I mean, the employee you stole the card from was inside the circus room, right?
Yes.
So I mean, there's a pretty good chance that
That they're not leaving that circus room anytime soon.
right, because they can't get out back without probably setting off an alarm.
And the
there's more than
circus
one
has their
person.
own room,
Yeah.
their own door into the outback. So,
I mean, there was more than one person out there cleaning.
Sure,
yeah,
sure, but one of them can't get back in there now.
it's true.
Well, or they figured out that their card was lost and got sent home for being a dirtbag or something, right? Like you never know what's yeah. They're frantically looking through the back because they're guessing they dropped it among the circus props, right?
I just had a visual, an internal visual of somebody digging through a pile of poop for their key card.
Okay, so,
Jurassic Park.
so the first part of this plan, regardless of how we execute it, is that we have to have Mixie turn into one of
A
the
person
who is not going to be like walking around and be like, yeah, there's two of them.
We have to do, make sure that there's a way to have an
To keep
employee
that
she
person
can
occupied.
double and have them be occupied, indisposed, whatever it is that we decide
Okay.
to do. Yes.
Which, I mean, if Sarah, if we stick with the plan that you mentioned with him bringing me to the cells, then it would be up to one of the two of you to probably keep that employee occupied, so they don't see the double employee. I'm perfectly fine with that plan if that's what you want to do.
And I mean, and the question is, how do we approach the trophy case? Like, do you need Fuzzy to help create the diversion? And then
Well,
do we need to go out to
text.
town and get supplies? Right, that's the other. We came in the morning so that we would have some time to go out and regroup and come back if we had to. Like, do we want to see if we can contract a boat to be waiting just outside the inlet to the bottom of the waterfall in case we need it? Right, you know,
Was the idea to embarrass Quentin by taking the trophy was that Quentin could not present it to the winner, right?
Correct.
And how long is it until the tournament is over?
It's not until the evening.
Until the evening, okay.
So I mean, part of me loves the idea of the embarrassment of maybe not so subtly taking the trophy, but having us get a hold of it, have them realize, but have the whole group go floating off the waterfall and just go away where they can't catch us, and know that it happened.
Well,
But
why don't we try to get myself and Mixie into the back, and get Mixie into the vault,
okay,
and get the gold, and
Okay.
see if there is a trophy there,
you
and
could
then come back out.
right.
And if all we have is the gold,
I think
then we can worry about the trophy.
we
then.
might be able to help that because you're a little better with the talking than me. You have wanted to create a scene anyway and see how the employees responded. Perhaps
is
if we
true.
create enough drama and act like we're upset enough, we could have one employee occupied for a little bit.
I mean, that sounds like a plan.
I mean, the only other catch would be that we want to be sure that we try to avoid or shield from the cameras so that someone monitoring the cameras doesn't see a doubling of employees.
True.
Or the mirrors.
So then create a scene in the tournament room.
I mean, isn't there a mirror in the tournament room?
There is.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that was my idea, was to maybe start a fire.
That's the first thing that he texted me. And I was like, maybe not a fire.
I want to use dynamite. I want to use a bomb.
I want to explode the roof off of this place. We going to raise the roof.
Well, I mean, Lara says, well, I mean, how can we avoid them seeing two on the camera? I don't know that we can possibly know for sure.
What if somebody passes out in the bath? We could
Passes
call.
out in the bath.
We could call for help.
Someone's drowning.
If someone stays unresponsive for long enough, at least one of the employees from out there would be in here for a period of time.
Very well. We could try to get an employee into the spa.
We could lock them in the laundry room.
Why don't we start with that? Try to get an employee into the spa.
All right. I mean,
Trixie?
there are employees in the spa. To make sure you understand, there are massage therapists in the room outside. That's why it's not going to be someone from outside who comes in. It's probably going to be one of the massage therapists because she went through all that scenario. and you didn't.
Have any of the four of us seen people who are employed in the spa going through those employee doors?
We didn't witness anybody go through the doors, but we do know that we did pass a bunch of masseurs.
Yeah, I mean,
I know there are employees there, but like, do they ever go out back? Because it's a question.
From where you are, you cannot actually see the other room.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a door there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
What if?
Yeah.
I hate that I'm suggesting this because I am always the whore.
I can whore too.
I mean, but if you're gonna get dragged,
Yes, I understand.
then
I understand.
but we could theoretically lure someone into the laundry room under the pretense of let's go somewhere private and have fun, and then steal their key card and leave.
That's up to you. We have one already. We can go for another one.
The only reason I would steal the key card in that situation is so that they can't get back out. They're then locked.
Do we know if the doors are two-sided like that? And this is Fuzzy, the mechanical minded.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but I'm guessing.
We actually don't know what happens if somebody goes through a door without a key card. We don't know what
I was going to
happened.
ask.
Well, I tried to get into a door.
Oh, you did?
What if they're...
Yeah,
missed that.
I
I missed
acted
that.
like I didn't
Well,
know that
without
that
a
wasn't
card.
the door to the baths.
Are the keys
and it was
universal?
locked? Awesome.
You don't know.
That's what I'm saying. What if the key that I have only opens that section?
The circus door.
Yeah.
I'll go know yet.
That things to get really interesting.
I'm guessing no from meta knowledge of D&D mechanics, but we don't know.
So I missed that. So you tried to go through a door and it wouldn't open.
Yeah, I pretended like I thought the green door was the door to the spas
Yeah.
and was like, why doesn't this open? And they're like, oh, the baths are over there.
Okay, awesome.
If we create
That's
a
cool.
scene in the hallway that leads to the laundry room, that looks like one other spot that might have a bit of a blind spot to the
For sure.
cameras. And quieter, because it's a hallway, so if we wait till a few people are there...
Like I said, fire.
Explosions!
Hey, burn the place down! I feel like Mixie took on... Mixie just became part of Greg. Like... manifested and is like this piece of Greg's personality that he's not allowed to show most of the
All of
time.
Greg's pent-up
was obsessed with fire.
frustrations coming out.
All of
fire.
Greg's pyromaniac tendencies and dancing and
Fire is a good distraction.
circus ponies.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, so
It would be really ironic after the guy's like, no emergencies would happen in my casino. Fire breaks out.
how many employees, John, are in that spa area that has the door to the laundry?
Because we walked through it, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we would have seen it.
At the moment,
Oh, God.
The hostess and then...
yep. Well, there's the hostess, and then
Okay.
there's the curtain,
Oh,
and then there's
okay.
the
Because
massage
the map
area.
doesn't really show that.
Gotcha.
So
It
Well, yeah,
that's
because
good
we
to
just
know.
have
Okay.
the basic
Okay.
sketch map
Sure.
still.
Yeah. So okay. As you enter the spa area, there is in front of you the front desk and the hostess, and behind her is a curtain that blocks off everything behind her. You step through the curtain, and you have the massage tables. The massage tables all have little privacy curtains, just blocking them off from the front.
So there
but they're-
could be happy endings.
But they're not. But they don't completely encompass each of the tables.
Okay.
Straight to the back, from the perspective of having walked in, is the green door,
Okay.
and to the right is another actual door that you go through, and is the bathing area.
Okay.
Okay.
So the door stays closed to keep the heat in. But
Right.
Okay.
So she or they, when they pulled their little stunt with trying to go through the employee door, did they happen to notice how many people were at the back side of all those massage bays where they'd be able to see in?
that many people.
4.
4.
Okay.
Apparently massages are popular here.
Yep.
Well, you get people prepping their spaces, right? It doesn't always mean that they're a patron in there. Yeah. Flipping tables.
All flip tables.
Well, not in the fuzzy sense. Heathens.
Wow.
Yes.
'Cause there are 5 tables, and you see 4 of them either prepping or in use.
Okay.
Okay, Trixie, what would you like us to do?
So many options.
All good plans.
All good plans. If you brought somebody into the laundry room, you could become that person,
Yes.
whereas I could not.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking in outside character voice right now.
No worries.
Let the ideas flow.
Are there, in the changing areas out in the baths, are there like, gosh, I hate to, are there like closets or other spaces where something bound and gagged could be socked away?
He said it was just like a bench with hooks to hang up your
Just
stuff.
yeah, it's not
so
like-
there's
It's not really like a proper changing
storage
room.
closet for like all the towels
Yeah.
or something like that. Okay. So fuzzy indisposing someone there creates the problem of hiding an unconscious person.
My thoughts.
Because fuzzy can hit really hard if someone's not
I
expecting.
say we hit the vault first. We were told that the trophy was supposed to be in the vault. And while we have a good inkling that the trophy on the tournament floor is the actual trophy, we still don't know for sure. So I say we try to penetrate.
Hey,
And infiltrate the vault first. Steal the gold. Scope the trophy.
Get out for now.
And get out.
Get the gold.
They are not likely to notice the missing gold right away. Whereas the minute we touch that trophy case,
Something will happen.
most likely either something's going to happen unless we find a way to deactivate it, or somebody is going to notice. There's a lot of people gathering in that area. So, I say let's tackle the vault, and then perhaps there will most likely be a break between the semifinals and the finals that we may have a better window of opportunity to sneak away the trophy.
I mean, honestly, if they're playing the tournament, and if we go the scenario of creating a diversion where attention is not on that end of the room, more people in that room may be beneficial.
It's true.
Depends how obvious we want it to be. Do we want to make a show of humiliating them, or do it on
So
the
steal the
sly?
gold first.
Yep.
So let's focus on that.
And we don't know what we may find when we get back there. I do like the idea.
For all we know, that trophy that is on display and well guarded is still fake.
Well, and given we've found magical means on that case, you, if you are our person who goes for the gold, need to be using your magical know-how as well to make sure that there are not magical wards in the room with the gold that could cause us a problem once you take it.
That is true.
Do any of us have invisibility?
It's a
Way
second
too low
spell.
level. Yeah,
Well,
it's
no,
just like
it's next level. I'll get
it's
it.
like dispel magic.
Next
not
level, I'll
until do you get dispel magic? the
That's
next
third
time?
level.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff we haven't
It's a third level
busted
spell.
into yet. That would be helpful.
Invisibility is a second level spell.
But we don't have it yet.
Okay.
But yes.
Although I do like the idea of you mentioned making an illusion for the trophy when we get to that stage.
Yes, I'm just wanting to focus on stealing the gold right now.
okay. So, have we kind of agreed on anything in particular at this point?
Darling,
Yes.
I know you're already causing disturbances, but did you happen to capture anybody in your flits around?
Yes, I could potentially be Quentin. I could potentially be some bar patrons. I could potentially be one of the servers.
What about any of the security people that were running around? Like the people, well, you know what I'm talking about, like the guys with the chip carts and stuff. I know we saw them. That would have been like collecting winnings and whatnot from.
I did not speak to any of them, but I could appear as them, and I wouldn't have their voice, but I could look like them.
To fill in some details, general workings of the casino is, yes, you did. There were a couple of people going around. Yeah.
You generally see like the
dealing with-
armored cart people.
Sure.
Yeah. But you also saw, and you would have known to count, 5 security guards generally on general patrol, not including the one by the case.
Okay. So Lyra says, anyone that I've seen, I can duplicate. If I haven't spoken to them, then I wouldn't be able to do their voice, but I can certainly look like them.
From what you have told me, she already has been well seen by the house security acting disorderly.
Yes.
So my thoughts are,
Yes.
perhaps Fuzzy and I will cause a disturbance, which will already give means to you bringing someone back for being part of the disturbance.
Yes.
At that point, you'll be behind the curtain, if you will, and you can A, case the joint, and B, go for the cell, the vault.
Yes.
In the meantime, Fuzzy and I will continue to distract or have reports taken or however it might be.
I mean, someone could fall down in here and hit their head by accident, and we would just be trying to seek help. You know, there are many ways we could play this. I think we could tie them up without resorting to those measures.
I'm not even talking about tying anyone up at this point.
Yeah.
Just that if we cause a disturbance,
Right.
Mixie then has a reason to say, this drunken woman that everybody knows has been causing trouble was part of the disturbance, and bring her out back. And no one will question that.
Yes, I'll try to steal from the bugbear.
That's fair.
Steal or cop a feel.
Fuzzy actually lost a little bit of money gambling already, so it would not be a stretch for him to get upset about his...
It sounds like a plan,
Yes.
Tracy. I think we should try it.
And in the meantime, if we cause the disturbance somewhere in the area of where the games and the bar meet, that gives the two of us the availability to watch for the door. So if we see you both reappear, we will know that all is well. I would say if we don't see either of you come back through the door within 10 to 15 minutes, we would know there's an issue.
Okay.
Once inside, if you turn into one of the security people who would naturally be in the security area, then that's a reason for you to not be in a cell.
Sounds like a good plan.
You could specifically pick whichever security people respond in our general
Alternatively, if you wanted to knock out a security person, go
If
for
you're
it.
presented with that opportunity in the back area, that wouldn't be a bad approach either.
Not that you don't know how to be you, but I think once you're back there, our drunken friend would kind of disappear into the limelight.
Yes.
Or out of the limelight.
Yes. Sounds good.
And Mixie would like to be Mixie, too.
Yes, well, darling, that's why we're putting you behind the closed doors to get to the vault. You still have that special sack we gave you, right?
Yes, I do.
And you remember that we explained how it works?
Yes.
Okay. Pat, pat.
At a review, the money's got to go in. You can't put the statue in because otherwise the money won't all fit. So that's, yeah. So
3,000 gold, is that correct?
5,000.
5,000.
Five. Not 3, 5.
3 is right out.
So forgive me if we've already talked about this like 100 times, but like, how do people leave the casino like normally?
By the docks.
Yeah, they take the boats.
The boat's the only way in and out, typically.
So the boats come in and the boats just get ferried back out again out of the same entrance.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually,
Boats,
no.
boats,
They
boats.
anybody who's run out of money, they just throw them over the waterfall.
Well, that's not a good idea. They're not going to come back.
I mean, I would say with
Seems like a bad business model to me.
our making a scene, like once you guys get your part of the job done, I would prioritize getting out with your part of the job. And even if Fuzzy, can't turn things around so he gets set free, if he gets pulled back into the cell, like whatever, we'll deal with it later, right?
So what is? So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Details are important.
Relating to my question about people leaving, like, are there any roads or anything like just outside the cave entrance? Are there any part of like a civilization at all?
Good ways to disappear into the background. Is what he's asking about.
I'm picturing us coming down this river and coming into the mouth of the cave, and it's like, is it just like is the river like big and there's just nothing on the shore? Is there a city on the shore? Is that a little tiny skinny river right in front of the door, or has it always been a skinny river? Like
The river that goes through the casino, which is all the same river,
right, which goes into the waterfall,
is what did I say? What was it? 20 feet wide.
I mean, are there like tributaries that are just outside the entrance?
No tributaries. The river is not that you saw. Basically, from the carriage ride, the road down to the docks, it was fairly, it was the usual landscape for there, just kind of a rocky landscape, like scrub kind of thing, as you described it.
Yeah.
They take you to the docks, and from the docks, it's just a straight shot down to the docks inside the casino.
Okay.
And since it's all the same river, it's all the same width.
Okay.
And there really wasn't anything in the immediate area.
The picture in my head is like the monorail that goes to like the resort in Disney. It just goes to the resort. There's nothing in between.
Where that's why my brain was like, how do they get out? Because it's like a river that's flowing in this direction, so they got to go back up the river in a boat, which they can do because if it's not like a rushing river,
Yeah,
then you can do that.
it's not a huge rushing river.
Yeah.
It's a significant river, but nothing that they can't pull against.
They can't pull against, right?
And take people back up to the docks.
Okay.
Where-
Any
And
which
then-
way, we can't just create enough of a disturbance about ourselves that we can't get back on the boat and leave.
Unless
We find an alternate way out.
Which, I mean, knowing the party, we would know that he has Featherfall.
You knew, I know
Right.
that's an option. Yeah, I just wanted to know
So,
what the non-feather
That is
fall
the
option
less
was.
ideal exit, for sure, right? But that is the only alternative, and that's why Fuzzy called attention to it.
Okay.
I would like, under no uncertain circumstances, to completely avoid jumping over the waterfall if we can.
I think that's peak humiliation for them.
I think the listeners want us to jump over the waterfall.
I think the listeners can suck my butt. If only you were still doing
Trailers.
trailers.
Okay, so
Peak
I just wanted to know
innuendo,
that. I'm ready to do your distraction. All right.
Okay. I say it's gonna be the three of us get into some sort of something like
Okay.
the bugbear just touched the two girls or
Okay.
stole from you.
Well, we don't. Yeah.
I'll let
We were
you
talking
take
about
the
her
lead.
stealing from the bugbear, right?
Well, I want to be
Yeah.
hauled away. I want to do something
Yeah,
bad
that's
so that I
it.
can be hauled away.
So,
So I'm going to try to steal from you.
yeah.
I'll be right near so I can be like, oh my god, I saw the whole thing. Okay.
All right.
See how good my acting chops are
All
tonight.
right, so,
Okay. Then, as the one who wants to get hauled away,
Yes.
Ro, go ahead and set the scene.
Okay. So we are.
I suggested that we do it somewhere in this
Right.
vicinity.
Right.
Yeah.
Sarah's pointing out like the place
Between the bar,
and
and
games.
You're on the games. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Western
I thought
gaming
we were,
area.
I thought we were going to do it in the other area so that we were away from the cameras. I misunderstood completely.
No,
I'm sorry.
we're,
Yes, you kept saying we're going to do it in the baths, but we all kept saying we're going to do it so that you and I have
That's
a
okay.
view of
So
the
this area,
doors.
Yeah.
here between the bar and the games, where there's
Yep.
an employee entrance right there.
There is one. Yep.
We're gonna be in that area,
Okay.
and I'm basically going to.
That hallway.
No, I want you and I
Okay.
to be in a spot where we
Visible.
can keep an eye on these two doors.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that we can watch for them.
Yep.
And if we do it right in this area, we're kind of far away from this
Okay.
surveillance, and this surveillance is going this way.
Okay.
So I think this is a good spot, like right here by this bridge.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna have the two of you be in that area, like together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up
I
to.
believe this is where like the life and death gaming was,
Okay.
if I recall.
Actually, yeah. Since we're actually implementing some action at this point, go ahead and flip over the map.
He says as we have banana bread and gooey butter bars, dice.
Because positioning may be important on this one, and kind of just ignore the back areas that you haven't seen yet. Actually, kind of put that over there. So you have a concept of just how big this place is.
Those are 5-foot squares.
So there
That
really
is a 1/3 scale map.
So there is a big overlook that isn't just the waterfall. That's cool.
Well, I mean, it's the water just kind of crashing over.
Fair, fair.
So in this area right here.
I'm thinking like right in this area where these chairs are.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We're kind of away from the slots.
Right.
We're away from life and death.
Yep.
Maybe.
So Trixie
yeah.
leads Fuzzy into that area on the map, and I stumble around like I've been doing all night.
Okay.
I walk up to Fuzzy, and I try to go for your belt pouch.
Okay.
And I try to open it, and I try to fish her, and like I'm just
Okay.
I'm not even really
Alright.
trying to disguise it,
Okay.
and I'm trying to pull gold out of your
Okay.
pouch.
So Fuzzy right on top of it. You know, boy, she's trying to steal from me.
Wait, hold on. Don't you have to be an employee first, though?
Well, I thought we were going to wait for, yeah.
Someone to come up with that change into.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to use the preview to change, right? That sounds
Okay, wait. Wait a minute. So,
No. I thought we already had an idea of who you were changing into.
So, walking
I thought
back.
you were just going to change into the person that you stole the card from.
This is why I thought
Okay.
we were going to use. I'm so confused about not being in because I thought we were going to wait till employees came in and then have you guys go out and duplicate those employees while I tried to keep them occupied out of sight.
Let's do. Let's do this. We're
Yeah.
still in the planning stage. We haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
Trixie, give us a play-by-play of your plan
I thought I already did.
while people are listening.
Right. But how does that plan stop us from duplicating?
I'm not concerned about it at this point because the security that's on the floor is going to be distracted by us. The security that's out back is only going to be looking at the cameras. They're going to be distracted by the cameras that are trying to catch the disturbance on the floor.
Okay.
So, theoretically, a guy that typically cleans the circus is not going to be involved in that. And you're becoming a security officer, period. So,
once I get back.
once you get back there. So, I'm not too overly concerned about them seeing duplicated faces on the cameras.
Okay.
We're picking a spot that the cameras are not well watching,
Okay.
and they're going to be so distracted by the actual disturbance that they're probably not going to be looking at that stuff.
Okay.
Makes
Now I'm
sense.
going to ask you as the DM because we're a smart heist party and we've been trying really hard to heist and plan well for our heist. So is there anything egregious that we would be smart enough to know but our role players today are not thinking of? Like intelligence checks, wisdom checks?
Based on what you have seen thus far of the activity in the casino, you are aware that the security guards are not the same people as the people who just, walking around collecting chips and things
Yeah.
like that. There haven't really been much in the way of disturbances. I will say this much. What minor disturbances you did have were handled by having one of the actual guards go over and just talk the person down and resolve the situation without anything. And that's all you've seen.
Okay.
As far as problems with the particular distraction plan you have, you are not aware of anything. Nothing you have seen would tell you that that would not work.
Okay.
That is the best I can say.
And just to clarify for you, because he has a hat of disguise, or they, she can cast disguise person at will, right? So or disguise self, so she can
Correct.
basically change roles even while you guys are back there, because
Correct.
she has to,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
She can go from chip collector to security
Yeah.
guard to back.
Right now,
yeah.
I just need
Yeah,
Mixie to be somebody
so-
to take me out back before
Yeah.
I actually try to steal from you.
Mixie's basically Mystique at this point.
Yeah.
Mixie, Misty.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you have to be somebody first before I actually try to steal.
Alright, so the only person I can become is the person that I dealt with.
No,
stole
it's
the
you don't
card.
have to deal with anybody, Greg.
The hat of disguise is not like Ro's change ability.
Yeah.
Ro's change ability requires that he has seen a person in order to be that person.
Okay.
Hat of disguise just says you can change your facial features to what you want. You can change your clothes to whatever you want.
Okay.
You can be anyone you have seen in there, even with minimal study. You can
Well,
become.
technically you can be anyone, but you probably want to choose someone that you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's clarify that.
Yes.
Yes.
So if
You
I
can
see
be
one
just
of the
generic
guards-
person. If
You
want.
can be NPC number 1. And then you can be NPC number
The guards
5.
haven't been going out back. It's just the employees with the employee cards that we've seen, right?
You haven't seen any. No, the guards have just been patrolling.
Okay.
There, you haven't really seen any reason for.
I mean, if
guards.
there's cells in the back, you would assume that the guards can go to the back, right? Because they're probably the ones who are going to
That's probably
people
true.
to the cells.
Have we seen the guys, the security guards, or the security people? You said there was like 5 security people.
There are 5 security guards on patrol, plus the one standing by
the case.
Have any of those been going in and out of the?
Have any of them gone
Not that
on
we've
break?
seen yet.
Okay, see,
Okay.
Because mimicking one who went on break, right?
It's still morning.
Yeah.
So.
No, I just want to make sure that Greg is going to be somebody, Mixie's going to be somebody that we know can go back there, but it doesn't sound like we know if the guards can go back there or not.
Well, how would they bring someone to the cells?
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Because like if
yeah.
they're cells, the guards are bringing
Well,
back there. So
Yeah.
We knew from the map that there's an employee break room, so the employees can go back there. In my personal like meta.
That's
Right,
not a
right.
stretch. Yeah.
Right, but an employee like one of the servers isn't going to grab me and bring me out to the cells.
Right.
But it makes sense that a guard would have to bring you to the cells. So go ahead, Greg.
Poof.
Are you setting something on fire?
That was so anticlimactic, and I love it.
The problem is that you know that John is going to have it be the same guard come over to deal with me, right? That's it.
We don't know that,
Yeah.
Kate. Thank
We
you.
don't know that.
So describe what you are poofing into.
I change into one of the guards that I've seen doing their patrols and walking back and forth.
Okay.
So I adopt that persona.
Okay, so you adopt that look. That
And the pervy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not out in the open.
Well, we're not out in the open yet.
It's-
So
I
I'm sorry,
am-
we're still in the bats.
yeah. I am not concerned about Mixie being able to duck out of
Yeah.
the way enough to
Okay.
change.
Cool.
If it were anybody other than Mixie, I might be, but not so much for Mixie under these circumstances.
All right, so rolling back to
Okay.
boy.
Okay. And then you see me trying to steal from Fuzzy.
Whoa! What's going on over there?
Well, I dropped something.
In the person's
She
pocket?
tried to steal
Yes.
from me.
Oh.
I keep digging into the
Boy,
pouch.
stop it! I don't want to hit a lady.
So I was like,
I
okay,
will if you
you're
push
coming
me.
with me.
I saw the whole thing. That girl has been such a disturbance this whole night. I watched her get drunk at the bar.
I say to Mixie's guard character, "Get your hands off me!" and I splash my drink in your face.
All right, now you've done it.
At this point, has anybody come to help Mixie or
You have certainly caught the attention of the people
Guard Mixie.
around you.
Yeah. You should start pulling her now.
and you brute, get your hands off that lady. I know she's drunk, but that's no reason to yell at her.
I want a performance check from Ro and Mixie. Ro can make it with advantage.
Okay. Nice.
Oh no! You didn't
I
get a
haven't said-
result,
I
so
haven't
you
given
still
the
have
result yet.
inspiration.
Use my inspiration.
Rolls a 1.
I have deception too.
Greg rolled the one. Greg rolled the one after Sarah said it.
Oh boy.
All right, that's your total.
What's your total on performance there, Greg?
Performance with the one. It's a 3.
Oh, you got the 2.
Well, you think the 2.
So DM John, I will say that Fuzzy with his
23. 5 and 23.
5 and 23.
yeah.
All right.
If Fuzzy needs to, he is going to use his stature to selectively screen his allies as this scenario plays out, so that someone doesn't look too close at which guard.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
hang on.
yeah.
Hang on. We haven't got there
Let it
yet.
play out before you freak out.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people around you. So you're definitely making a scene.
It's good.
Surprisingly, not too much of a scene. Because it's not like this is the first time this has happened today. Something.
Okay.
This is a little
Drunk.
bit more. Yeah, dealing with drunk people is fairly common. So you have very much convinced everybody around you that yes, you are very drunk and you are getting very handsy.
Mission accomplished.
Bum, 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 bum. Drunk,
For your part,
drunk.
I mean, you very much look like a guard. You're playing the part of a guard. Nobody doubts that you are a guard.
I have a sound.
But you have attracted the attention of another guard who thinks you might need help.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's fair.
Is this guy new?
Are you new here?
Or just he's having an off day, right? Yeah.
So, to that end, give me a deception roll.
Okay. Let's try this one. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Do you have more
Wow,
stuff to make
another
yourself
natural one.
advantage?
I still need
Yeah.
to sage Greg's dice
Yeah.
so bad.
I can use another luck.
You have
That's
two.
right. We have lucky.
Yeah, you have 2 luck points, and you
Yes.
use one. Now use another one. Yeah.
Well, he used his advantage first.
No, that's better. So let's see. That was what roll was that?
Deception.
Yeah, which you should be pretty good at that.
Okay, so that is going to be 11.
11.
11.
11.
11.
Okay. You see another tiefling guard approaches. Says, "Is everything okay here? Do you need some?"
Everything is not okay here. He is trying to beat her up, and she's trying to feel him up.
Whoa, everybody. Whoa. I have the situation underhand.
Underhanded?
I have the
Underhanded.
prisoner here, and I'm going to
She's
take
drunk.
the prisoner back to the cells like I'm supposed to.
You smell bad.
You're drunk. You just
But I
tried to
thank
put
you
your
for your
hands all
help, and I
over
think
me.
I've got it.
Not my type.
You grab my boob.
You think you've got it?
I've got it under
Sorry.
I don't want to see you again. You told me you liked me, and then you tried to steal from me.
John's like, I hate you all.
No, this is good. This is good.
I was trying to distract the other guard.
Yeah,
So
I'm deciding how the guard would react with an 11 roll. Because
I did try to distract the guard by being like, everything is not okay.
Fuzzy with his deception is trying to add
okay.
to the chaos to lessen
I will.
that. Yeah.
Okay, guard says, "All right, take her back. I will deal with the rest of this." Okay. The guard destroys his DM screen area. So
Love you, John. Mean it.
the guard turns to you as the supposed aggrieved person. It says, actually, he first turns to you and says, "Thank you, ma'am. I think we can take care of it from here."
Yeah, shut up.
And he's just gonna keep playing up dramatic. He's just, the nerve of her trying. I already lost money here today. I don't believe this. Is this how this establishment is run? The food was good, but and he's just gonna like go on a spiel and like he's gonna vacillate between outraged and looking like he's about to rage. He's gonna start crying at points. He's just gonna lay it on thick. It's like, as long as he can play it out.
Thick as his fur.
Drunken people, unfortunately, are part of the business, but we pride ourselves on making sure that everybody has a good time.
Right.
We would like you to have this on the house, and he presents to you what would the coin denominator? The numbers that I said was.
Oh my god, it was like a 5 copper something. Like,
Well, it's essentially a. It's a
One copper,
one
five
gold.
copper.
5 copper chips.
1 silver, 1 gold, 1 gold.
Yeah, he offers you a 1 gold chip on the house, man.
Oh.
We understand that,
Sir.
Sir. I'm looking at a man.
Lay it on. So without role playing all of this,
Sticky
which I
notes of our
can
pronouns.
if you want me to, like he is trying to like tie him up with like his emotional roller coaster for as many minutes as possible. So yes,
Okay.
when we get to that point in all of his tirade, he's gonna like hug him and cry on his shoulder again and just like play it. Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody what is your name? I'll tell you how wonderful
give me
they
a
are.
performance roll.
Can we do deception?
I will allow deception.
Okay. All right.
Although
You.
deception really is on the line. But yeah, okay.
Okay.
Deception.
He's going to use his heroic
more
inspiration. Heroic inspiration. Oh, let's try the fuzzy dice. Let's try the new fuzzy dice. Come on, dice. That's respectable. Okay. So that'll be a 19.
19. Okay. You can tie him up for a little bit. Not for, yeah, he'll allow you to tie him up.
I mean, she wants to seduce him and then draw him back somewhere.
What do you mean he gets free chips for being a crybaby? Look at the size of him. He's being a crybaby. But you're just gonna get free chips for being felt up and acting like a crybaby. I want to get felt up and act like a crybaby and get free chips.
Oh, that's insulting.
Oi! This guy's giving away free chips, everybody.
She's talking to me.
Take inspiration, both of you. If you want.
I already have it, so I'll give it back to Mixie.
I will take that. Thank you.
Never underestimate my ability to cause chaos.
Okay. So,
I mean, we're looking to kill time for like 10 or 15 minutes here.
So you're out there hamming it up.
Yeah.
You are escorting a prisoner.
Yes. To the back.
Which entrance you gonna go in?
A or B?
Probably A.
I mean, you can look at the hand-drawn map to make a choice.
I mean,
Oh, wait, where's
So
the security?
this one's closer to the vault.
Yeah, but then you have to go through a thing with
That's
a
something
mirror
else.
to go through a hall
Is
to
that a
get to
mirror?
That's a mirror. That's a mirror.
oh,
Oh, I
okay.
got you. So
There's less mirrors if you go that way.
Yeah.
So, option.
It is the closest door.
And it is the closest door.
Okay.
Says the mastermind.
Yes. Okay.
The cells are right there.
Is it that you? Okay, so you.
You want me to uncover this?
Yeah, go ahead. At this point, now that you got yourself through a green door,
Yeah.
Ta-da!
you can have the rest of that. All right. So, okay, so you have no problem opening the door. So key card does indeed seem to be doing its job, and you manhandle poor Ro into the hallway.
I don't think Ro minds
Ro
being
liked it.
manhandled.
all right.
Chris missed it.
So we're in this hallway here, right?
Yep.
Game
Give
faces.
me 1 second.
Okay.
Un momento, por
Is that a
favor.
mirror there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So these blue things on the map are the mirrors.
Yeah, they don't pop out the way that they do on our little sketch with the red,
Yeah.
but they are there.
Doesn't even show it.
You do.
But there's one right there.
There is a mirror there. Yes. Okay.
It didn't show on the other map.
That's okay.
How about that?
That was a hand-drawn one from Verity.
That's
That's
true.
Best guess,
That was
right?
her guess.
So
That was
there
her
could
guess,
be
yeah.
errors. Yeah.
So yes, you go in. There is a mirror at the end of the hall there, but at the moment you do not see anybody else in that hallway. So you head on down. You take that right-hand turn, and you have that doorway to your right, the doorway to the far right, and the doorway to the far left.
According to what we knew from the hand-drawn map, this one is the security door.
And the cells are on the other side of it,
Okay.
based on what you saw, based on the map.
Okay. So does he become someone?
Okay.
Does
Yep.
Ro become someone before you?
Well, yeah. Once we go past that mirror,
Yeah.
and so you can't see me down there. So you are a guard right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could be Quentin right now. It's like I need to get into the vault.
You could.
I mean, or the other guard that we were occupying. There's definitely choices.
Yeah. Where was the last place that I saw Quentin? Like, was he anywhere out here during the disturbance?
The last place you saw Quentin was when you were assassin him up at the bar.
As meta knowledge, the last time any of us saw Quentin was when he was down at the restaurant
Yep.
with Fuzzy.
Yeah, which I
But
told
you
you
don't
guys.
know that.
I don't know
No,
that.
I did because I mentioned it in
Oh,
the
that's
map.
true.
So he
Yes.
does know it. Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Fuzzy did tell you that
Yeah.
he saw Quentin down at the restaurant. Timing wise, given your planning time,
It's probably been at least 30 minutes since that happened.
That's about what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. So,
Yeah.
as far as you're aware, it's been 30 minutes ago. Quentin was in the restaurant.
Okay.
and
Okay.
has sense left.
Okay.
That's as much as you know.
Okay. Are those doors closed in the hallway there?
They do stay closed. Yes.
They do stay closed. Okay.
These
Yes.
are all like
Okay.
Concerning those are marked differently.
No, but I mean, I'm assuming there was a bunch of people in the security office watching the cameras or the mirrors.
okay.
Whatever.
I'll tell you why they're marked differently. All these doors that have a dot on them indicate a security card. If we look at the hand-drawn map, the doors that are blue are security doors, whereas the doors that don't have a dot on them are just regular doors.
Okay.
So once you're back here, not all of the doors need a security card,
All right.
Gotcha.
is what that boils down to. Meta knowledge.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily meta. It is shown on the map.
It is on the hand-drawn map. Yep.
So,
I'll allow it.
so where's
I needed
Quentin's
that
office?
miles.
I assume he has an office in here somewhere, right?
There are offices.
There are
right
two
there.
offices, yeah.
There are two offices. Right
Oh yeah, yep. You did pass by that door there, and
This
you
one?
coming in, and immediately and now that you're around the corner, immediately to your right there is another door. So you do see. I need a long pointing thingy.
I have one at home. I'll bring it for you.
Okay. So yeah, you are aware of the 4 doors in the corridor that you are currently
Okay.
in, and their locations,
I may,
all of which are closed.
I may not push it with Quentin right now. I may just do like another guard. Maybe like another guard that was like way off in the distance in this room somewhere.
You could always use that angle later, like if someone questions you. Yeah.
Well, once we get down around the corner past the mirror, you know, I say to Mixie, the security office is there, and beyond that is the vault, and that's where we need to go. So perhaps I'll be another security guard, and we can go through back into the vault.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. He's actually the one who would want to become Quentin, right? Because he's got the greater ability to change
he
between
hasn't
things.
met
right?
Quentin.
Yeah.
Or that's true.
Well,
Doesn't
he's
need to.
yeah. He just has to see him. Yeah.
Well, right, but I'm a little nervous that, you know, the people in the security office who can see all of the security
and
cameras.
for all of you know, you might walk into the security
Right.
office and Quentin's back there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just going to pick a guard.
That's fair.
I'm going to pick some guard from this big room somewhere
Yeah.
who was like on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pick one of those random guards so that Greg and I are both guards walking
Okay.
into the security office.
Okay. So you're both guards, only one of you actually has a card.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
I mean, I didn't have a card going through that door as Lyra, and nothing happened. So
right. Okay.
That's true.
Okay. You You head on down the hallway, take that left door, and open it up. And inside, you do see a row of desks on the far wall, above which is another mirror. Each mirror, which has seems to be tied to, again, one of the other mirrors out in the casino area.
sure.
Because within the mirror you see a reflection of the various places in the casino. Within there, keeping an eye over all these mirrors are 3 tiefling security guards. They don't pay too much attention to you as you walk in. Let's see. To the south area, you again see a door that is a barred door, and on the other side of it you can see what are obvious holding cells, and next to that door is a ring of keys.
Okay.
Across the hallway, or across the room, you do also see a double door, which is green.
Outlined in green.
Yep, which is green trimmed.
This is all them now.
Okay.
We
So-
can't do anything.
How many tieflings did you say there were here? 3?
3.
3 tieflings. Okay. Let me look. This is probably only one person, right? One humanoid.
For charm person.
Yeah.
Gotta love being level 2. I should have blessed one of you before we went.
Right.
Well, I mean, the problem is that, like, if there's 3 guards right here, and I'm like, I cast a spell at this person.
The other people are going to be like, what are you doing?
You don't have any subtle spell meta feats or anything like that.
No, correct.
Disguise your spell casting.
Correct.
Not yet.
Quentin may have to boss some people around.
So we walk in there, and I just kind of motion you to head over towards the door. I'm just going to see if they're going to try to stop us first, because it might be normal procedure. So we just start walking towards the double doors. Wait and see if anything happens.
Oh boy. He's got a dice in his hand.
Just be appropriate. I mean, you are now going up against a few guards. I'll make this an opposed roll. Make a combined deception or performance.
What is your better out of deception and performance, Gray? Well, they're probably the same because it's the same ability.
Deception is better.
Deception. All right. Well, so we'll do deception together.
Okay. And I'll take the better of your rolls.
There we go, Greg.
What'd you get, Greg?
16.
Plus your modifier.
Oh, plus my modifier.
And your proficiency bonus.
Plus 4, so it's 20.
20.
More than 20.
Yes. 25.
24. Dang.
Okay.
Don't get
That's with the right
That
team in.
very much beats their 6.
Nice.
So he handpicked them, but he didn't handpick the smart ones.
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
something from the wall.
So, because of that, the guards don't ask, "Where's the prisoner?" Because they are seemingly distracted by something going on in the monitors.
I have no idea what that might be.
Okay.
Are there like boobs flashing out there? Is that what's going
I didn't say I pulled my boobs
See, that's
out.
why if we had started in the, he was going to end up naked out in the main hall. The whole scenario. It's like if we had started in the spa,
So,
naked fuzzy bud.
so using a security card, we're
Okay.
gonna go through the doors.
So, you have no problems walking through that door.
You didn't want to see fuzzies, was it?
I do like ding dongs, though. They're very tasty.
Ding dongs and whoozy what's it's
Whatchamacallit.
So we went into the employee area. We went down a hallway and turned right. Went
Turned
to the security office. Went through the double doors. Now we're in a long hallway that goes to the vault.
It turns right. Yep.
Yeah.
You go through the double doors. The double doors. And turn right down a long hallway you see in front of you, at the very end of which is another set of double doors that has a cast iron devil face mounted on its side. Mounted on it.
I don't like the sound of that.
I wonder, do we need extra to get in there?
Cast iron devil face, you said?
Yes.
I'm thinking of Tomb of Annihilation with the devil face. With the,
Yeah, that's what went through my head, too.
Flashbacks. Trauma.
Of me sticking my head straight in that devil mouth.
Triggered.
Oh my god!
okay. So I guess we approach it.
All right.
It's just a face. There's no door. There's nothing. It's just a face.
It's a door with a face on it.
Oh, it's a door with a face on it. Okay. Gotcha. Is it a double door? Is it a handles?
It's a double door with
Okay.
a face on it.
Okay. Has it been longer than 10 minutes since I cast
Yes,
detect
it
magic?
has. That whole time you were in the bath the whole time.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn. Actually, can I cast? Oh no, it's only a ritual. I could try to detect magic again. That's going to eat up 10 minutes, and that's really not a good idea. I'm just going to suggest to Mixie that you check the door for traps.
All right.
So Ro hangs back as Mixie heads up to the door.
Well, I mean, I go up there with him.
You go back. Okay.
But I let him do his thing, or her do her thing, and check the door.
All right. Chris, I am going to ask for a co-DM ruling on this one.
Okay.
And you can still. Do you have that new inspiration we gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You understand my question?
I do.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it might make.
I mean, it's reasonable to assume that Ro would not be up on his grill, but not like at the end of the hall. I thought you were trying to tell me that I was at the end of the hallway.
Well, you said you approached the door with him.
I do.
So you came within 10 feet.
Potentially, yes. I'm probably within 10 feet, yes.
My question being is, by the wording of that,
Yeah.
would you rule it as active?
I mean, based on what it said,
Because I'm leaning towards yes.
the criteria is met.
Yep.
It says if blank happens, which it did.
Yep.
Just because somebody else is there doesn't mean that the thing didn't happen.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I was leaning towards,
Yes.
but I could see the reading being as long as there was one there.
I actually don't. I don't see it that way. I see it
Nope.
as if anybody
Okay.
comes within it. That's how I would rule it.
Okay. So you both approach the door, and as you get close to the door, suddenly the eyes of the fresco light up, and the mouth opens,
Uh-oh.
and this huge jet of flame comes shooting out of.
Oh, no.
I want you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Gross, super
Dexterity
crunchy.
save. Yes, Ro could definitely go
Do
down.
we all have? How many people have healing potions now? Does everybody? I thought we outfitted that. But, oh man.
Don't worry, I rolled a 4.
Oh god.
I do a super acrobatic move.
Okay.
Are you able to pull Ro with you?
Manages to jump and find handholds and get out of the way. Ro just closes their eyes and takes 11 fire damage.
No.
Ouch.
Ouch. You guys come back out charred. We're like, what the fuck happened in there?
You just had to say fire, didn't you, Greg? All right, so Ro gets burned very badly. He's like,
Very, very bad. Okay, so you have more than 7 max hit points right now.
yes, Greg.
We haven't updated.
I don't think we've
level 2
updated that
stats.
since we hit level 2.
I don't think we have, no. Okay.
Yes, Ro is still standing.
No, it's still standing. Oh, okay.
I'm burned very badly.
Very badly
Very
burned.
badly burned.
And after a brief moment,
Although I don't look like I'm burned. Because I have an illusion up.
Because the illusion, yeah.
Anyway. So
and after a brief moment, the fire stops and the mouth closes.
And the door's still closed.
And the door's still closed. Well, yeah.
You guys probably need to take that out before you think of trying to get close again.
I mean, I move down the hallway now.
Question it.
I move away from the thing.
Yeah.
Out of the range of whatever.
What
the
I wouldn't
range
give for
was.
telepathic communication.
You
right?
saw it just long enough that, it was a 30-foot long line, which is...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay,
That's
so
about,
So I stand
that's
outside
about a
of the
third of the hallway.
And looking at this device, do I notice anything about it? Like, does it have a key area, or does it require some other type of entry means?
Is it just a door? You said it was a door, right?
It's a double door with the devil face on it. You don't see any keyholes or anything like that.
Right.
One of you has a
Give
key card
me-
and one of you does not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so what if it needs
Just open the door, darling. Ouch.
Ouch. What if
Just open the door. Ouch.
what if you trigger it again when you get close?
I'm standing in
Yeah.
the hallway. I'm asking Mixie to
Yeah.
open the door.
Yeah.
I try it. Let's see what happens.
You have no trouble opening the door.
So it doesn't set it off again.
So it does. In
For now.
opening the door, the way I'm interpreting is it kind of bisects the face.
So it like,
Yeah.
disables
Yeah.
it as it
Okay.
opens. Okay.
Okay. See, the vault is 40 feet deep and almost twice as wide. A security mirror stares back at you from the far wall. 7 treasure chests rest on low tables positioned against the north and east walls, and 2 tall wardrobes stand against the south wall. Standing in the middle of the room is an animated skeleton of a minotaur.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
This wreaks some havoc.
Your body's half dead.
You are, at the moment, still outside the vault. You've only
Oh
opened the
my
door.
goodness gracious.
So it's moving? You said it's animated, so it's moving?
Yeah, it is an animated skeleton of a minotaur. It
Talk
does
with your
definitely
team,
look like
man.
it's moving.
Okay.
I do have a healing kit.
Now you said
That's only going to stabilize
you
him.
said that
Well, he's
that's in the
awake,
middle, but is there
thankfully.
like big piles of gold around,
I
or
don't have
like
a
chest
way to
full of
heal.
gold?
No, there's just the chests.
Just the chest. Okay.
So he's very clean in the way he keeps his vault.
Well, it's a skeleton.
you take a potion of healing?
I can. Yeah. Do I have a person here?
Well, I have one if you don't.
You have one. Okay, hold on. Let me look.
Should have taken the circus
I
animals
was say
in.
a couple of us, we bought a couple at least, maybe 3. I forget. Pooled our money.
All right. I will take the potion of healing from Mixie.
Okay, so I give that to you.
That is 2d4 plus 2. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so Ro got hit by the fire and went from 12 hit points to 1. Now I just took a potion of healing,
Wow.
and I went up to 6. I went up to 7. I have 7 hit points now.
You're not bloody.
Super crunchy. That's funny. But Fuzzy has 24 at this point.
Yeah, but you're
Super
a fighting
crunchy,
class.
Yeah, crunchy.
You're a tank class.
Lizard.
None of us are tank classes.
So we haven't stepped in, and there's a skeleton right there, a skeleton minotaur right there. Pretty sure my social skills don't do jack right now. So I'm just gonna look at my spells. All right, so I say to Mixie, I think that this thing is probably some sort of a guard, and it's probably going to attack.
Shoot it from range. Although
Well,
you'd
then
be
we
right in view of
should
the
get ready
mirrors.
for it then.
Do
Go
you, have
to
any, do you have any sort of ranged attack?
I have a crossbow.
I would say to ready that, and then I will ready, and then maybe take a step into the room and see if it activates the skeleton. I take a quick look from outside the door. Just I look around the room, like active perception check, see if I can find oh, there's a lever over there or something, or a button, or
Yeah, there's nothing to roll for. You see the chests, you see the wardrobes, you see the minotaur skeleton.
okay. So what I would say is, Mixie, why don't you go in and see if the fact that you have a key card causes you to be able to walk in
Okay.
without being attacked.
Okay. So I take a step in.
When you step into the vault, the minotaur skeleton turns towards you and roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, great.
Right?
Oh dear.
Both of you. I want you both in the initiative order.
Okay.
It is 5:30.
It is
That's 5:30.
Okay, yeah, actually, then we will hold that for
Craig's like,
next
but I got a good initiative, man!
What I will do is I'll set up a combat and I will put in 18.
This is actually a great place to stop.
It is a good spot to
Right.
stop.
It's a great spot to
Yeah.
stop.
Because now the listeners
Roll
have to
initiative.
wait 2 weeks to find out what the Minotaur does to you guys.
Or actually, it'll be, yes, they have to. Yes, we'll find out next week. It works out that we're playing a bunch of weeks in a row, which is fun.
We're like 6 weeks ahead right now.
Yes, but if they're listening to it,
Yes.
that means 2 weeks before we release another one.
Okay, so let's make an encounter with.
I was hoping the fact that you had a key card would
Cause
trigger
it to like ignore you.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Right.
Apparently not.
Oh, should become Quentin.
Apparently it knows who to trust.
Oh, should become Quentin or walking.
Is there a mirror?
There's a mirror facing the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you better get out of sight of that. Because if they see you picking a fight right in front of the mirror,
That's why I didn't change in the hallway because there was a mirror there.
Well, there's a mirror facing that door, but there's no mirror going this way.
But now these doors are open.
But now these doors are open.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay, so it's only Mixie and Ro.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we need to go in with a highlighter and be like, mirrors.
yeah, we could mark that up between sessions so they pop out a little bit more. Okay.
Did you want me to roll initiative too, John?
Oh, let me get in there. Okay.
Oh, you know what we should have done?
Yes, I'll do the. Go ahead and do the initiatives then. So
We
Mixie
should have
got
gotten
18.
you guys first.
Go ahead, Ro.
In there.
How?
Captured everybody from the disturbance.
21.
A little bit of a stretch,
Okay.
though.
And Minotaur
We
got
were
Minotaur.
both focusing on
Okay.
keeping them disturbed outside, though. Because it
Yeah.
also keeps the security team inside
It also,
distracted.
you wouldn't have had a logical means to bring us into the hallway. I mean, we could have been in that room, but as soon as things went south in there, if you tried to get us, they would all know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that we couldn't take care of that, but it's less ideal.
The less fighting we have to do anywhere in the, the better, in my personal opinion.
I don't expect this to go to well. I'll see what we do next time. Yeah. Okay, then. Let's go ahead and do some stars and the wheel.
Oh my goodness.
People really have a good time tonight, or are you all just pulling my leg?
Oh, I want to pull your leg, babe.
Let's go into the session I like to call DM anxiety. All right. Let's start with Trixie, Sarah.
Trixie. Boy. Okay, stars. I really enjoyed the spa. The fact that there's a place within this hustle and bustle and crazy casino, that's kind of like, oh, hello, come relax with us. Take away your troubles that you lost all of your coin was pretty entertaining to me. I also really loved that I got a chance to sit down and kind of ruminate with my thoughts while everybody else was role playing. Since I was I'm gonna stay in here for a good 30 minutes and maybe they'll find me and maybe they won't.
And then you're like, okay, I'm ready for them to find me.
Other stars, I think everybody really keyed into their characters really well tonight. I think it was awesome to watch Ro do Ro things. And Mixie got to be a little trickster, which is kind of the whole point of the whole duo, is that they're Mixie and Trixie and they like to mix and tricks things up. And Fuzzy especially, the image in my head of this giant bugbear going through every aspect of emotions in 1 minute or two, and just making this guard be I'm so uncomfortable right now. Really makes me smile. I wish I had an animatronic of it.
Ask Terry to make a sketch of the scene,
Right? One of those little storyboarded of this bear. And I like that I kind of got a chance to help make the plan and then just kind of sit back and watch it happen.
Yeah, sure.
Was pretty fun for me. And I'm really excited to see where it goes. As for wishes, I really wish that Mixie and Ro make it out of this place alive. I wish. I wish. I don't know. I think there aren't much for wants and wishes out of me today.
If it was
a really good session.
Okay.
I feel like we got a lot done.
Nice. Go ahead.
I talk a lot.
You, Kate, Bezzy. What do you know?
I mean, the flavor of the casino continues to be awesome. I mean, without repeating too much, I just, seeing everybody role play and be in their personas and their expertise in this session and finally collect enough info to have our planning stage and start putting this in motion. I think that's been really fun. Again, I'm really enjoying that we're kind of taking our time with that, and that's been awesome. And I think wishes that Greg and I collectively roll much consistently better in the next session, because it's going to be important.
I don't think I rolled dice at all tonight.
Another start. The fact that this module does hand out inspiration such that it encourages you to use it for these clutch moments too, I think that's really cool and flavorful.
Don't
for
blame
the fact
that on the module.
That's the DM.
Well, and the DM decision then, because you said that some of it was in the module, so I wasn't clear on
Couple
which
of
is.
Oh, yes, like when we tip people.
But
Yeah.
encouraging that so that you kind of have that special element that can come into play, especially in this particular casino heist. It seems very apropos. So that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, collectively, hopefully better dice rolls next adventure. Hopefully you guys, hopefully that animatronic thing isn't scaled so heavily that you guys have a big problem. So yeah, I mean, I wish we had something telepathic to communicate among the party, but maybe that'll be a higher level thing. So yeah, it's cool. I'm having fun.
Greg, what you think?
This has been really fun, actually. Like, it's been kind of cool. Like, everyone's doing their own individual thing, as well as collectively we're doing great. It's been very fun playing Mixie. I know she's a little off kilter and unhinged.
I love it. I love it.
You didn't actually set anybody on fire.
No.
Something set you
Someone
on
set me
fire.
on fire.
The fire in the vault is a possibility.
That, you never know.
Fire in the vault.
But, everyone is doing such a great job playing their characters. And, like, this has just been really fun, like, an enjoyable session. Again, my wish is, again, that, like Kate said, that my dice start working properly.
Bring your sage next time, seriously.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just kind of go over them.
I've got ground stage. We can just.
Hey,
Not cooking sage, sage gate.
you pickpocketed a key card, though, which was a really
Yeah.
awesome roll.
Yes.
That was pretty great.
Key card was clutch.
And we rolled enough
Always.
on deception among
Yeah.
the group when it was necessary.
Just
So,
enough.
yeah.
Your deception roll, seriously, the DC was 10, you rolled an 11, and I'm just like, that makes it, but it's going to be a little, it's going to
Play
be
with
rough.
it a little.
Yeah.
Role play your way out of this one.
What are you thinking, Chris? Stars and
It was great. Stars. I thought it was fun. Again, like everybody said, like watching us do our thing, do our roles, and then hanging out in the bathtub and making a plan in the bathtub. It was really fun.
Sure, she just finds a place with no security cameras and hangs
I
out
love
until
that
everybody
the
finds
dice
her.
were into that too. And the dice were like, "Yep, no one's going to be in there."
Yeah.
Going out and making the scene was really super fun. And then, like walking back through the employee area and getting into the hallway before the vault. But like I was like really excited. Like I was all like, like
We're doing it.
I'm like, oh, this is actually happening. It's actually working. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
No, then you get burned.
Then I get burned and I go down to 1 hit point. But no, I mean, that's still, the whole sequence of doing that was still really fun and exciting. And I'm curious to see if what happens with Greg and I in this room in the next adventure, especially because I have so little offense. But I have some ideas though. But yeah, I don't really have any wishes, so it was great.
How are you adapting to the change of style of campaign?
It's just great. I think that I built this character very specifically for this style of campaign, and it's working out great. I'm getting to do what I designed this character to do in this campaign. I mean, like historically, when I'm a DM, I do have a lot of combats. Historically, I've played characters that are more combat focused. But in answer to your question, this campaign not being combat focused because I built the character specifically for this type of campaign, I'm enjoying it very much.
It's definitely a trip knowing that you don't need to, that like you can actually rely on the possibility of enchantments and cantrips that we don't typically even get to use.
Yeah.
Because everything's always so combat based.
Yeah.
That like the little like slice of life cantrips that are like, oh, I'm gonna make a little fire and people are gonna get distracted by it. Like we don't use them very often, right? So that's pretty fun.
I'm having a great time.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Everybody's enjoying it.
What about yours?
My stars and wishes. Well, let's see. I am once again blown away by your character interactions. I think all of you just are really hit it out of the park tonight. Just talking about the plans and just coordinating yourselves. I love the adventures where I get to just sit back and listen to you all better.
I like it when you make me do less work.
Precisely. So keep it up. I love that. I love the acting. Kate, the acting was great.
Yay.
Yay.
Sarah, I always love your acting. I have very high standards for your acting. Simply because you've met them so much.
Aww, John, you're making me blush.
John knows how self-conscious I am with my roleplay, so yeah, being able to really lean into it more, this is a fun stretch for me.
Greg and I were terrible, though. We just sucked.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you giving me
Sucked.
some leeway on zoning things out by accident
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
okay.
so frantically calculating my role plays.
That's
Thank
fine.
you.
Yeah, I teased a little bit, but I wasn't not going to give it to you. Wishes? Hard to say. Work on the communication a little bit. Is the only thing I can think of. There's a lot of mishearings and miscommunication that just kind of stretches things out a little bit. I mean, you get over it, and that's fine. But there was just a lot of. I know this coming from me. A lot of chaos in the talking tonight, and it was so.
You are looking at a table of ADHD squirrels, so when we're planning these
so
things, it's like, how am I going to
happens.
role play and interact with this? And then we miss that she said we're going to be outside, right? You know, it's like,
Yeah. So, but other than that, this has been going great. I'm having a blast running this, so no major complaints. This is generally considered one of the really better modules of the whole thing, so I'm glad.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So this is the high point. It's all downhill from here. Thanks,
Not
John.
So, all I'm saying is I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yay.
Because if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy it. Okay. If there's nothing else, then I guess we'll go ahead and say goodnight to the listeners.
Good night to the listeners.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.